Welcome to Ease English Podcast,
where you learn with fun. Okay, wait. One more video. Just one more. This cat is literally... Okay, no, Jimmy, I need help.
Good morning, Anna.
Is it morning? I genuinely didn't notice. I've been on my phone since... I don't even know. It was dark outside when I started.
and now the sun is fully up.
Exactly. So, totally fine. Nothing to worry about.
You're a mess.
I am a mess, and I bet every single person listening to us right now has been exactly where I am. Lying in bed, phone in face, 3 hours gone, just poof.
You know what's interesting about that word, poof?
Oh, here we go. Here comes Teacher Jimmy.
I'm not Teacher Jimmy. I'm just Jimmy who happens to know things.
Sure you are.
Poof, like it disappeared in a poof of smoke, is a great informal word for something vanishing instantly. Time disappearing, money disappearing, your motivation disappearing.
My motivation, my sleep schedule, my will to be a functioning human.
All of it, poof.
Okay, so today, welcome everyone to the Ease English Podcast. I'm Anna, a little sleep-deprived but very enthusiastic.
And I'm Jimmy, who slept 8 hours.
I hate you. Anyway, today we're talking about something that is 100% relatable. Why can't we stop scrolling?
Digital addiction, screen time, phone habits. We're going to dig into all of it with English vocabulary you can actually use.
And we're going to be brutally honest because both of us have been guilty of this. Right, Jimmy?
I plead the fifth.
That means he's guilty. Okay, let's go. So let's set the scene first. You're in bed, it's late, you open your phone just to check the time, obviously, and then you're watching a video of someone making a sandwich in extreme slow motion.
Somehow riveting.
Somehow riveting. Write that one down, guys. Riveting means so interesting or exciting that you can't look away, like completely captivating.
You'd say, that documentary was absolutely riveting. I watched the whole thing in one sitting.
One sitting is another good phrase. It means completing something without stopping. Watching a whole show, reading a whole book, eating a whole pizza.
Anna?
What? Don't judge me.
In one sitting. Doing something from beginning to end without a break. Very common phrase.
Okay, so the real question is, why do we do this? Jimmy, explain. You're the smart one.
I'm not the smart one. We're both...
You're the smart one.
Fine. Okay. So, it comes down to something called a dopamine loop. Dopamine is a chemical in your brain that makes you feel good, and your brain loves dopamine. So when you get a notification, a like, a funny video, your brain goes, ooh, more please.
It's like a slot machine.
Exactly like a slot machine. The apps are designed, literally designed by teams of engineers to keep you scrolling. It's called the infinite scroll. There's no end, no bottom of the page. It just keeps going.
Which is evil, by the way.
Which is very clever design and a little evil.
Infinite scroll. Learn that phrase. Infinite means it never ends, and scroll means to move through content on your phone or computer.
You could say the infinite scroll on social media is designed to be addictive.
Addictive, another key word today. If something is addictive, it means it's very hard to stop doing or using it. Like coffee.
Like coffee.
Like podcasts. Our podcast is very addictive, right?
We can only hope.
Okay, so here's something I find really fascinating and a little scary. There's this concept called doomscrolling. Have you guys heard this word? It's actually in the dictionary now.
It's a fairly new word, became really popular around 2020.
Doom scrolling, doom like doom and gloom, like something terrible, plus scrolling. So it means scrolling endlessly through bad news, dark news, things that make you feel anxious or sad.
And the bizarre thing is, you know it's making you feel worse, and you still keep going.
It's masochistic, honestly.
Let's maybe not go that deep.
Fair. But you get the idea. We are drawn to negative content. It's like we feel like we need to know all the bad things.
There's actually a term for that, morbid curiosity. Morbid means relating to death, darkness, unpleasant things. And curiosity, you all know that word. So morbid curiosity is the feeling of being drawn to things that are disturbing or unsettling.
Like watching a scary movie through your fingers. You don't want to look, but you're looking.
perfect example.
I love when I accidentally explain things well.
It happens occasionally.
Ah, rude.
So let's talk about what people actually try to do about this. There are a few things that have become really popular.
Yes. Okay. So digital detox. This is a big one. Have you guys heard this? Detox, like detoxify, means to remove toxins, to clean out something harmful. A digital detox is when you deliberately step away from your devices for a period of time.
Some people do it for a day, some for a week, some for a month.
A month out without a phone?
Without social media usually, not completely without a phone.
Okay, that's more realistic. I was having a small panic attack.
You could say, I'm going on a digital detox this weekend. No Instagram, no TikTok, nothing.
And people say they feel amazing after, like their brain fog clears up.
Brain fog, that's a beautiful phrase. It means a state of mental confusion or sluggishness, when you can't think clearly. It feels like there's a fog inside your head.
Like when you've been staring at screens for 6 hours and you try to read something and the words just kind of float.
Exactly. I've had so much screen time today, I've got total brain fog.
Another thing people try is screen time limits. Most phones have this built in now. You can set it so after 2 hours on Instagram, your phone literally locks you out.
Okay, but here's the thing about that.
You ignore it.
You ignore it completely. You press ignore limit and keep going.
Every single time. The phone goes, "You've spent 2 hours on social media today." And I go, "Thank you for that information." And I keep scrolling.
It's an act of pure willpower to actually stop.
Willpower, great word. Your willpower is your ability to control your own behavior, especially when you're tempted to do something you shouldn't.
I have no willpower when it comes to chocolate. It took a lot of willpower to put my phone down.
I have the willpower of a sleepy golden retriever, honestly.
That is very specific.
Okay, so the last thing I want to talk about, because we don't want to end on a doom and gloom note, is mindfulness. This word is everywhere now. Jimmy, break it down.
So mindfulness comes from the idea of being fully present and aware in the current moment, not on autopilot, actually noticing what you're doing and how you feel.
Autopilot. Oh, that's a great one. Autopilot literally means a system that flies a plane automatically without the pilot doing it. But we use it as an expression. I was on autopilot, meaning you were doing something automatically without really thinking about it.
I drove home on autopilot and I barely remember the journey. I scroll through my phone on autopilot every morning.
That one is so real. You pick up your phone and you don't even remember deciding to do it. Your thumb just goes.
That's the habit loop. Your brain creates these automatic behaviors, and mindfulness is the practice of becoming aware of those habits, noticing when you're doing something unconsciously.
So instead of just picking up your phone, you pause. You notice, oh, I'm reaching for my phone again. Why? Am I bored? Anxious? Just a habit?
Exactly. You become the observer of your own behavior.
Ooh, deep. I like that. The observer.
It sounds simple, it's genuinely hard to do. But even a tiny bit of awareness makes a difference.
And one more phrase, digital well-being. This has become huge recently. It's the idea that how you use technology affects your mental and physical health, and that you have the right to have a healthy relationship with your devices.
Some companies even have departments dedicated to digital well-being now, helping people use their products in healthier ways.
Which is nice, considering they also designed them as addictive as possible.
That is a contradiction, yes.
A beautiful, ironic contradiction. Okay, let's do a quick vocabulary roundup before we wrap up.
Ready? Here we go.
Poof, something vanishes instantly, just like that.
Riveting, so interesting you can't look away.
In one sitting, completing something without taking a break.
Dopamine loop, the brain's reward cycle that keeps you coming back.
Infinite scroll, never-ending content designed to keep you going.
Addictive, something that's very hard to stop.
Doom scrolling, endlessly reading bad news even though it makes you feel worse.
Morbid curiosity, a strange fascination with dark or disturbing things.
Digital detox, stepping away from devices on purpose.
Brain fog, mental cloudiness when you can't think clearly.
Willpower, the ability to control your own impulses.
Autopilot, doing something automatically without thinking.
Mindfulness, being fully present and aware of what you're doing.
Digital well-being, having a healthy relationship with your technology.
That's 14 vocabulary items, people. You're basically fluent now.
That is not how fluency works.
I'm whispering to the audience. You're basically fluent now. All right, before we go, our little challenge for you this week. We're calling it
The One Conscious Scroll.
Next time you pick up your phone to scroll, before you start, just pause for 3 seconds. Notice that you're doing it. Ask yourself, am I bored, tired, avoiding something? You don't have to put the phone down. Just notice.
That tiny pause is the beginning of mindfulness, and it's the beginning of having a relationship with your phone instead of your phone having you.
Ooh, Jimmy, that was poetic.
I have my moments.
You do. You really do. Okay, guys, that's the Ease English podcast for today. If this episode was riveting, and we're going to assume it was, share it with a friend.
Leave us a comment telling us your worst scrolling confession. How late have you stayed up? What's the most random thing you've ended up watching?
Mine was a 45-minute video about competitive dog grooming at 2 a.m, and I regret nothing.
I watched an entire documentary about deep-sea creatures I'd never heard of, and I was deeply disturbed for 3 days.
Beautiful. We're all disasters together. See you next time.
Take care of yourselves and your screen time.
Bye.